talk crap.
All right, guys. Welcome back to round 2.
So we got Andrew Tefft here on Esper Goryo's Gifts Vengeance combo mid-range deck.
It's more of a mid-range deck.
And Tristan on Jun.
Yeah, so I
know about one of these decks.
Yeah, I've actually played Andrew a lot playing Abzan. So I was playing Abzan, he was playing this Goryo's Gifts deck. And I think he's definitely favored in the matchup.
It really depends what kind of hate Tristan has.
Well, we're not going to see any real hate until game 2.
I mean, so
but
he might know the main deck scavenger news are pretty good.
That's true. But Andrew doesn't need to play like a combo game. He can just play this fair mid-range game. And please tell me how Tristan beats Obsidat.
Terminate.
Counter spells. I don't know.
I gave you a valid answer, didn't I?
Yeah, if he's tapped out, like he has to.
Ooh, Jay's
answer. Yeah, like this card's insane in this matchup.
So I see an El Schnorren right there.
Yeah.
It's not going to do much here.
No, not yet. But there's no turn 1 discard spell for Tristan.
So if Tristan has an idea, you should probably remove this Jace.
Yes, kill the Jace. Always kill the Jace. I have played enough standard with Jace. I've played enough decks against and with Jace. Kill the Jace. And he fetched for a swamp. He has tournament in hand. I think he's going to kill the Jace.
Or decay it. Decay is probably the.
Did he have decay in his hand?
Yeah.
No, we're playing Bob.
So Tristan may not just know what he's playing against.
I think that's probably a little more likely. This deck isn't that popular, and I actually don't think Tristan's been playing Modern, specifically Jun, for that long. I think it's only been like around a month. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong.
It's okay. Andrew's getting lands flooded here.
That is unfortunate.
It is.
So
we want to path the Bob
but
now.
There's something that I really like to have when
kind
I'm
of a
flooded.
misstep here.
Why
Actually, no, not really. No, So I forgot about Bob going on the upkeep, all that jazz.
Yep. You do it now.
Even though I love the card. Bob's a good Magic the Gathering card, in my opinion.
I think that's almost everyone's opinion.
Even though Tristan's playing the wrong Bobs. He's playing Skrillex.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Let people play the cards they want to play.
Hey, he's playing Skrillex. How about that?
Okay. You know what? He might be playing them because they're cheaper.
That's a valid point.
That's what I would be doing. I played Spanish Bobs because they were cheaper. Although the mismatched swamps are getting me.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I can't handle is mismatched basics.
Ooh, but that's a signed Steve Argyle Lily.
Oh, okay. Maybe price is not an issue for this guy.
He correctly edict the Jace.
Oh, yeah. He killed the Jace. Definitely what he wanted to do there. So, yeah, Andrew... Andrew needs something to happen here. He needs something going on. Right now, he has no way to put this Elish Norn in his graveyard. And 2 copies of Glorious Vengeance and 2 lands?
Yeah.
That's a recipe for not happening. Although he does have a way to put Elish Norn in his graveyard. It's called his opponent's Liliana of the Veil.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. But now Tristan's just going to be able to like play a clock as well in terms of Tormaglyph.
So it depends on what the clock is.
Tormaglyph?
Okay. Tormaglyph is a 2/3 here. Although it could grow with
not.
Why is it? Oh, there's a path. I thought that was not a land. Sorry, it's a 3/4. So
one thing I know,
I swear to God, if you say you're good with your Goyf counts, I know you were gonna say that.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
You know what card would be really good here for Tristan? Scavenger News.
It'd be very good. Actually, for some reason I thought I saw one in his hand. Maybe it was just my brain imagining it.
I think when he saw that El Schnorren, he would have played Scoos if he had one.
Yes.
Because...
Well, he has the Terminate in his hand, so even if he like reanimates the El Schnorren somehow, it doesn't kill his Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, so... What... Andrew's not in a good spot right now.
No, he's not. He has not seen anything like Serum Visions. He has not seen any like of his powerful cards.
Okay, I like this play by Andrew. He's saying on the end step, activate cast Goryo's Vengeance.
Yeah, he's gonna be his Jace. His Jace is gonna flip, but we're gonna terminate the Jace.
I would have bolted it.
Wait. Okay, we did it the right way. That Jace should also be exiled.
Yeah, the Jace should be exiled. Goryo's Vengeance.
Or does it not exile? I swear to God, Goryo is exiled.
Yeah, bring up Goryo's Vengeance real quick.
Goryo's Vengeance could be... Let them keep playing. I don't know. Goryo's Vengeance is one of those weird cards. I'm probably just wrong. Return target legendary creature from your graveyard to play. That creature gains haste. Remove it from game. Never mind.
Yeah, we're dumb. We're dumb.
Goryo, there's most of the reanimation cards say something like, if this card would leave the battlefield, exile instead. This card put in the graveyard, exile for instead. Goryo's Vengeance is actually weird because it's a delayed trigger.
Yeah.
And so that's just us being dumb, being bad at the game. The Jace didn't die. The Jace didn't activate. Well, it did activate, but it died to a terminate before the activation resolved, so it didn't flip. But it will flip now.
Kind of a misstep here from Tristan for using that terminate on the Jace instead of the decay or bolt.
Okay, the bolt I get. The decay, yeah.
Like, he had better... Like, so, there was an Elshorn in the graveyard.
Yeah, so now we're going to Thoughtseize, and I'm just going to take the decay. He's going to be left with bolt.
So I was going to 4/5 now.
Yeah, I was led to believe that the terminate was in response to the loot, not loot in response to terminate.
Yeah. So now what he can do? He can path the. So now mine's path. Now what Tristan can do? He can bolt the Jace and kind of put Andrew in this weird position of not actually doing anything.
Yeah. And then we're still facing off against Liliana.
Which will eventually just, like, Stone Rain Andrew multiple times.
Yeah. I like Tristan's spot in this matchup. He also just...
As long, like, he
also has a Raging Ravine that he can activate.
Yeah, Raging Ravine is a good clock, so he just needs to bolt the Jace this turn. Or, no, he can actually just attack it with Raging Ravine to up the clock a little more.
Well, it depends what he draws here. Drew Inquisition.
So...
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so I like just activating Raging Ravine here to kill the Jace.
I agree. Yes. And then we can plus the Lily discard the... Okay, so he is going to probably choose to bolt it instead.
Wait, he can't actually activate Rage Ravine now.
Why?
He doesn't have red mana.
Well, I know. But he could have shocked.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying he chooses to bolt it instead.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he realized it when he said he's not going to shock.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I should have shocked.
Okay, so now we're exactly where the Jund player wants to be. Probably not doing anything, but if Andrew rips Unburial Rights here, because I'm pretty sure he plays that card.
Unburial Rights wouldn't do a whole lot.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't give haste.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've played a lot of these cards.
So we already seen 2 copies of Goryo's Vengeance from Andrew, so the likelihood of him ripping another one is very unlikely.
So I apologize. The card he needs to rip here is Gifts Ungiven.
Or yeah, Gifts is
nuts.
Collective is bad.
It does absolutely nothing. So we're gonna kill the Liliana, but with this creeping target.
Yeah, not having that bolt now really sucks.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to kill it anyway. Like, he killed the creeping target later.
Yeah, I think
it still would have killed the
Tristan
Liliana.
wins this race.
That is true.
For you.
But I think Andrew probably has slightly better top decks.
I don't know. I really don't know that.
He also has something. He has cards like Serum Visions.
Yeah.
Which can find him as better top decks.
But is that a Serum Vision?
I think he just drew.
Souls?
Was it Lingering Souls? I thought it was Path.
I thought
I think Andrew plays his Souls in the sideboard. Nope, it's Souls. But there's an Obsidat on top of his deck. You know what's really good against Jund?
Obsidat. Now let's see Andrew's Souls token for choice. I like those.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I just have Spirit tokens.
I have Pokemon cards.
I know you have Pokemon cards.
And look, there's Pokemon on the battlefield right now.
What are those?
Haunters.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
Rabble Master is solid.
It's not a bad clock.
It's kind of like some people call it the Red Geist.
Who calls it that?
Some friends, Feral.
I refuse to ever acknowledge this is the Red Geist.
Well, you're wrong.
Then this is an instance where I'm okay being wrong, because Geist is hexproof. It doesn't die to push, path, bolt, terminate, abrupt decay. There are so many things the Rabble Master dies to that Geist laughs at.
I'm not saying I agree with I agree with them.
I think it feels like
The
a
same
similar role.
Yeah, I'm saying like it fills a similar role as Geist. It's like it's a quick clock.
It's just completely different though. Like Collective Brutality, this otherwise dead card just destroys this Goblin Rabblemaster. Literally. Actually didn't destroy literally. I gave it -2/-2 and it died due to status actions, but
You know Bolt doesn't kill the bird. It's state big actions that kills the bird.
it's true technically.
Goyf is a good clock here. Goyf is a 5/6.
You know what's better than Goyf?
What?
Spirit Tokens and Obsidat. And Creeping Tar Pit. So we have a 5/6 Goyf, and does he have a way to kill this Obsidat? He like really pretty much just needs a way to kill this Obsidat right now.
Like Gobsaw's a 5/5, right?
Correct.
He can use Goyf to block it.
But Andrew doesn't need to attack with the Obsidat to really get
Value.
Yeah, he can just sit there and let it blink every turn. Ooh, we got a reader.
I mean, that's
that's a good card to read. We'll put it up on the screen for you guys too. This is not a card that most people see in Modern. So Obsidat, Ghost Council.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Darthro. A Thoughtseize or a Lily off top would make him discard the Obsidat.
But you need to get rid of that Rabblemaster.
Yeah, it's a good clock. You know, some call it the Red Geist. And it means that it rise a quick clock.
I apologize that you cannot see the sigh and rolling of my eyes.
I apologize. I'm glad they can't, because they would just be full of disappointment.
So we're going to activate Raging Ravine here.
I like that line. Because Tristan realizes he has to end game fast.
Correct. Well, we need to tap that. Oh, we're not attacking with the Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, he's keeping it back so the Obsidat can't swing it.
That's probably correct. What if Andrew just rips another Souls? Or he rips, well, not Flooded Strand. Flooded Strand is definitely not what he wanted.
If Andrew rips another Souls, I think Tristan's out of the game.
I agree with you. So we're going to attack with the
Creeping Tar Pit.
Yep.
Which I like.
Or, yeah, we're just changing the way we're tapping for it.
So we're seeing a clock for 5. Or just the Creeping Tar Pit.
Yeah, we're attacking through Creeping Tar Pit. And Obsidat entered this turn, so it drain gain 2.
Yeah, and has haste, technically.
It does technically have haste. Ooh. We're getting in with a spirit.
So
Love
take
it.
4, go to 9. Then I think as it stands, Andrew does win the race.
Yes, he does.
Hopefully Tristan doesn't get baited with a card left in hand. With a Thoughtseize in his hand. Because right now Tristan...
Yeah, we'll see. I don't expect Andrew to play the land here, and he doesn't.
Second Rage Ravine is alright.
Not... It doesn't really do anything, though, because you're nowhere near being able to activate both of them.
Please do not cast that Thoughtseize, Tristan. I believe in you.
That'd be bad. Although, the Abrupt Decay...
The Decay is pretty medium here.
Yeah, Decay really doesn't do anything. I guess it can kill a spirit, but yeah. You just need to keep getting in there with this Raging Ravine. And hope you can find Terminate to answer this Ghost Council.
Yeah. Because he's dead in 2 turns, give or take.
Yep.
Because he's going to go to 4 right here. Nah, he's just dead, I feel like.
This is so...
Wait, no, he's not. He can decay a token, go to... So he's going to go to 3 right here. Yeah, he's just dead overall, I feel like.
Yeah, you don't need to attack with the token. You just attack with the Creeping Tar Pit, put him to 4. So he needs to find a Bolt...
Push.
Or push, and then he needs to draw a Terminate. So here, I don't think you can attack with the Raging Ravine. I think you need to decay the token. I also think Andrew should have attacked with a token this turn, because if Tristan finds an answer to Creeping Tar Pit, if he attacked with a token this turn, he would be at 3. And then, or Obsidat trigger plus token kills him.
Yeah, like I said, using that bolt to... So this all started when he did a shock.
Correct. Yeah, and then you would have had a bolt left over and...
To kill the Creeping Tar Pit.
Correct. So...
Or like if you used the decay on the Jace, he would have a Terminate for the Obsidat. It was like a slight missed sequence here of Tristan that if he sequenced his cards a little bit better, he would have had a way better shot of winning this game.
He didn't optimize his removal spells.
Okay, you're not a judge.
How is that a judge?
Because judges make corny puns like that.
That wasn't a pun. That was me just saying he didn't optimize his removal spells.
And what blue cantrip just became legal in Modern due to Ixalan?
We're not talking about cantrips or blue cards or opt in general, so there's no chance I'm making a pun about opt.
I think you are.
I actually am not, I swear. I just find this funny and I'm smiling because of it. Anyway, so...
But can you blame me for thinking you were?
I didn't really put that much emphasis on, like... If I was making a pun, I would have said he didn't optimize.
Well, like, you said...
I would have put a space, put emphasis on
well,
opt.
like, you really did... You went optimize, so I really thought you were, like, trying to put emphasis on the opt.
I apologize. I was not trying to make
I forgive
a pun.
you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for falsely accusing you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, sideboard, Andrew's probably just going to bring, like, mid-range cards.
Yeah, so I have
Maybe,
played...
like, a Damnation.
I have played the mid-range matchup a lot with Andrew. Now, I was on Abzan, which is slightly different from Jund. It has slightly better removal spells in this matchup.
Also, you also get the Lingering Souls Mirror.
Yeah, then you had Lingering Souls Mirror.
You have Lingering Souls to answer their Lingering Souls. It's
basically.
Weird.
But I do know how Andrew boards, and he tends to board out the Unburial Rights packages. So I don't expect to see Iona in his deck after post-board. I don't expect to see very many Unburial Rights in his board, if any at all. I know he just tries to board into a mid-range control deck. He's going to board in more Lingering Souls if he didn't have already, or didn't have them all already. I believe he still runs Elspeth in his board, so I expect to see those come in.
Yeah, that's pretty good here. John has a hard time dealing with Elspeth.
Yeah, and on Tristan's side, he's in a weird spot because you have to like try to figure out if you think you really need Graveyard Hate against Andrew. I think the correct thing is to bring in incidental Graveyard Hate or Graveyard Hate that isn't just simply Graveyard Hate. So things like Scavenging Ooze, if you don't already have all of the main deck,
maybe it's like
bring those in.
Yeah, maybe some of them are Spell Bombs also.
Yeah, Spell Bomb's fine because that at least cycles.
Yeah, Spell Bomb is typically a fine card.
Yeah, but you don't want anything like Rest in Peace in this matchup. Now, he's playing Jund, so he doesn't have access to white, but just for if you guys end up playing against this deck at any point, you don't want access to Rest in Peace. You don't want anything like Leyline of the Void. I don't think that's something you really necessarily want here.
Leyline, I strongly dislike Leyline cards.
I tend to agree. I think they're very clunky. And they're all only like really good if you have them in your opening hand. Now, some of them, when you have them in your opening hand, are insane.
Okay, so like the problem I have with Leyline cards is, yeah, I've lost to them before, but like they create this weird effect with like you just mulling into a Leyline of any effect, and you keep like non-functional hands only because you have a Leyline. That's
true. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, Datro. He's not gonna take out Iona. He's gonna take out Elshnorn.
If Tristan was on Junk though, he'd probably keep Elshnorn in to kill his souls.
Yes. He did. He did most of the time against me.
Was it fun?
I mean, it was fine.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I have to be lucky enough to see souls for that to matter. So,
Andrew's deck is like. So what I like about Andrew's Esper Goryo's deck is like, it's a mid-range deck, but he has an access of angle of attack that can act unfair against all the other degenerate decks in the format.
Which is something I think that's pretty important right now. I think you need to somehow interact with your opponent in this format that's not necessarily unfair, but hard for them to interact on the same axis.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you see things like Jund and Abzan struggling right now, is the only way they really have to interact that their opponent doesn't also interact with them is hand disruption.
And that, like, I mean, you have Gris's Death Shadow, which, like, does the job a little bit better right now.
Yeah, but it also, like, it just counters, and all of its threats are played for 1 mana. And that's, like, it's interacting because its cards are just insanely cheap. What is that top right card?
Hunt Mommy.
That's the new Huntmaster, the Fells. Okay.
Do you like how I knew that immediately?
That's a card I would expect you to know immediately. See, okay, Tristan boarded in a card that I don't think he should have boarded in this matchup. Surgical. I don't think Surgical is something you want in this matchup.
What I noticed a lot of, like, people do against, like, Jund players do against Souls is bringing in Surgical because they don't have a good way to answer it.
That seems just so bad.
let me
I know.
finish.
Okay, sorry.
I
thought you were done, but I'm sorry.
No, it's because like they realize, yeah, I can't beat this card. Like, I'm not saying it's the best thing, but it's the thing they can do. But I do see like people board into surgical way too much in the mid-range matchups.
Yes.
And I'm
yeah.
like.
So, yeah, surgical is this weird card that I see a lot of people have problems with both in Modern and Legacy. A lot of players will bring it in when they just don't have anything better to bring in, which I think is just wrong.
So a lot of draw go here.
Yeah, both players have a lot of lands. But Andrew's a Gifts. Gifts is important.
Is that a Bailoff? Yeah. Hunt Mommy.
Hunt Master of the Fells.
Oh, this is Hunt Mommy.
I'm just calling it by the name of the card.
I don't blame you. So actually, the surgical right here is pretty fine.
Why?
Because like Andrew is a gift deck.
That's fair.
So like when he casts gifts, he can like, he's basically he can actually just put a card in graveyard that he doesn't care about, like he actually can't deal with. So it's like, say he gets souls, you can just surgical the souls and get rid of them completely.
But at this point, Tristan knows about it, or Andrew knows about the surgical, so that's not going to do anything. Like, I mean, Andrew's smart. He's going to play around. Oh, he just drew Collective Brutality too, so he can just kill the wolf and then.
No, he's just still going to end step gifts.
See, I don't like that. I hear, yeah, you want to end step gifts, but
I completely agree with you. I think Andrew's playing this a little bit too conservative. Because like Jun, like card for card, like clockwise, Jun's clock is pretty faster than his deck, I would assume.
Like Andrew's set up to play a long game here, and
I think he just casts his Bailoff in Tristan's hand. Like I know casting Bailoff is never fun.
Which Bailoff?
Obstinate.
Oh. I mean, yeah, you should, like, what is he leaving up here?
Nothing.
Yeah, like, he actually just has nothing to leave up, so.
So.
I do know Andrew probably does have Verdict in his deck post-board. So we're going to get Liliana.
See, yeah, you're right. Andrew's being smart here.
Yeah. Andrew's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to. Liliana push. Ooh, there's a Charter Course in his deck.
Liliana push, Charter Course.
Another Gifts. I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I don't think
expose
you want
the Gifts.
Two Surgicals.
So I think you just give value cards. So he's gonna get Liliana, get Push, get Serum Visions, and get Charter Course.
Yep.
These are all cards that he doesn't care if they get surgicaled, and then next turn he can just untap. Especially if he's given Liliana, I expect him to get like. If I was just not to give him a Visions Push. I think those are the weakest cards in his hand. If he wants to use a Push and a Wolf token, that's fine.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Push and Serum Visions, because like Charter Course, I wouldn't mind giving him. Because it's not card advantage yet.
So this is the line that I don't like. He's gonna give him both forms of like cantripping / card advantage, and
well, he does have a creeping tar pit. I forgot about that. My bad.
That's
so
true.
to actually like trigger raid.
That's a lot of mana though. Also, that's very vulnerable, like a push, a lightning bolt.
Actually, he can't do it yet. Still.
Well, yeah, he can't do it yet.
Yeah.
He needs 2 more turns, so
yeah,
that's pretty slow.
I really need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Well, okay. So here we see Collective Brutality, and this is the play I wanted him to take last turn. So he's going to kill the Wolf token and escalate, and I think he's going to attempt to take the Surgical out of his hand. So what is he surgicaling? He's surgicaling Path. I like that. That seems fine. The other option I think was Gifts Ungiven if you really want to try to like outvalue him. But I think getting rid of all his like big removal spells, especially when you know you've Obstinate Bailoff in his hand, is perfectly fine. So now we're just in the awkward part where we're looking through our opponent's deck, seeing what they got. How you doing, Luke?
Drawing 30 cards and not seeing a single extra draw spell hurts.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go up to 7. I'm gonna go up to 3 Howling Minds.
Our friend Luke is behind me. He's on taking turns, and
Not having a good day.
he is, as he said, not having a good day so far. So
Not running good at all.
yeah, so we're killing that,
All of my
and we'll see if
draw stuff has been like packed together into a pile shop.
We'll see if Andrew finds a way to deal with this obstinate Bailoff. And Meadows is back.
I'm back. Hi guys, how are you? I see
Obsidat.
Obsidat.
The card's powerful,
yeah.
especially when you know your opponent does not have an answer in his hand. In his hand. And then we chart a course.
Did he attack?
He did not. So far, this turn has been
What got surgical? Oh, nothing.
Path. Path was surgical.
All right. I mean, that's probably the best thing he could have surgical because he collective, right?
Yeah. I also realized that getting another gifts ungiven with the gifts would not have opened gifts up to getting surgical.
Why?
Because there would be a gifts in his graveyard anyway, because he cast the card gifts ungiven.
Oh, we're dumb. Actually, that would have been the worst thing Andrew could have done, because if Tristan could have just put gifts in Andrew's hand, and then search gifts in the graveyard.
Ooh, you're right. That's pretty bad. The blue card that draws 2 and discards 1 for 2 is Chart a Course. It is a card from Ixalan that has been cropping up in
Legacy Delver.
It has been cropping up in Legacy Delver. I think they play like 1 or 2. It's just nice. You turn 1, attack with your thing. Turn 2, draw 2 cards.
Yeah. So now Tristan is in a lot better spot to actually like deal with this Obsidat because he can race it.
Yeah, this is a lot better of a race.
But Andrew does have souls.
Need your souls?
Yeah.
Ugh, that card's so good.
But the Terminate is huge.
So the Terminate's not as huge as you think.
It kills Obsidat.
And then Goryo's Vengeance is back, and the way Goryo's Vengeance work, as we figured out last round.
Oh, I know how Goryo's Vengeance works.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but I'm basing off information. I'm acting like as if I knew. I'm using information Tristan knows and getting excited about cards. You know what I mean?
That's true. Tristan, that is definitely the card Tristan's hoping to find on top of his deck. So we kill that, and
Souls, flashback souls.
We can do both. We can Souls, flashback Souls, and we can cast Goryo's Vengeance.
Oh god, that's disgusting.
Yeah, which I would do I would do main face here. You don't get the benefit of the haste, but you do get the benefit of the exile trigger.
Souls, flashback souls.
You just have too much fun saying that, don't you?
I really do. It's my favorite rap CD.
What?
It's my favorite mixtape.
Oh lord.
Souls, flashback souls. You know card to be insane right here?
Strategic planning costs 2, Matt. What card would be insane right here?
Pulse.
Maelstrom Pulse would be very good right here. So Andrew goes down to 5.
Yeah. Tristan kind of getting flooded here. Both players are.
So here we have, I believe, end step Goryo's Vengeance,
which I like.
Well, actually, no. You actually want to do it main phase, because then you get, because it's Obsidat and Goryo's Vengeance, you get the Obsidat to leave and then enter again, and it still has haste.
So like,
okay, so
like, Tristan might be able to race this, but he does have the.
Although that does expose the Obsidat to sorcery speed removal, but I think you're far behind enough where you just don't care.
Like, you're trying to catch up here.
Yeah.
Like, a Maelstrom Pulse wins Andrew the game. When Tristan wins the game.
Yeah. Well, there's gifts. That's a good card.
You don't say.
But I think if you're Andrew, you need to collect your brutality here for
just a gain.
Drain gain and take a card out of his hand. Now there is a Abrupt Decay in his hand, but this extra land's really not doing you anything, and the collective brutality is really not going to get better. I think if he plays something you can kill with brutality, something like a Bob, I think you're okay, because I think the Bob's just going to kill him.
Attack for 8.
Yep, put him down. So Tristan cannot swing out next turn.
Why?
Because he's going to 10.
Oh yeah, the collective.
Well, no, just the opposite of that trigger, and then attacking for 8 again.
Yeah,
will kill him.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Dathra, that's what I was saying. He would have had, or Datro, whatever. There's no H. I thought there was an H. I'm sorry. He would have actually had an extra drain if he had cast that main phase.
So you know how you're talking about Bob?
Oh hey. So what you're saying is I'm psychic.
I hate it when you're right like this.
I know, right? It's the worst.
It really is. Like, you have no business being right here, but you're right.
Oh, so
Yeah.
okay, Tristan, good job. You almost died. But
I'm
you're
proud
like,
of you.
He like drove to the edge.
Ooh, okay, Tristan did not play Bob.
Okay, good. That was smart. He like drove right to the edge, and then
Slammed the e-brake and drifted.
no, I was gonna say he like drove right to the edge and then put the foot on the gas, but then his arm slipped and he put the car in park.
I like your analogy better.
Yeah, because like he moved to attack and kill himself, then didn't.
Proud of you.
That's true.
What?
He would play Bob. Greatness at any cost.
That's the right thing to do. Let's be real. Greatness. Don't you want to be great?
I think everyone wants to be great.
They should just play Bob then.
So Tristan going down to 5. We're attacked. Wait. Yeah, going down to 5. So Tristan needs a way to win the game. Like right now. Maelstrom Pulse.
Not
That's
Verdant
not
Catacomb.
So, you know what? If he had played Bob, Maelstrom Pulse would not have killed him. Although Andrew could have just like collected brutality and killed it.
Because he can't. He can't. So
Read Abrupt Decay, Matt. Read Abrupt Decay.
So Shooting Runner is asking why he didn't use Decay on the Creeping Tar Pit.
That answer will be very clear to you if you read about Abrupt Decay. It says non-land. It's also a 3-2, not a 3-1. So I think Tristan is thinking, how do I get out of this? And the answer is, Tristan, you don't. Tristan can...
Andrew can misclick.
I don't know how to respond to that. If Andrew misclicks in real life, I think we have an issue. But that's going to be it. Andrew's going to win this match. 2-0 over Tristan Molina. Esper Goryo's Vengeance Gifts, Unburial Rights, Shenanigans. Takes
right,
it
guys.
2-0.
That'll be it for round 2. We'll be back for round 3 in about 20 minutes or so.
Yep. Hopefully a little less, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully we don't have a Seismic Swans mirror, which
Like
apparently happened last round.
I'm glad. I don't know how I feel about that.
That sounds horrible. That
sounds
sounds
like
absolutely horrible.
It does. All right, well, guys, see you guys next round.